The internet is home to many bizarre communities, niches that boggle the mind of the average person. Just about anything you can think of has some sort of organized fan base, even if this community only consists of a few members. But one of the most curious of all of these is a nichely popular animation fandom that's been under people's noses for the best part of 2 decades. And that is the Vyond community. For the large portion of you watching this that are unfamiliar with the Vyond community, these people often have an intense obsession with an animation platform known as GoAnimate. If you've come across this platform before, then I don't need to explain to you the absolute degeneracy that you can find within it. It has a reputation for having extremely strange animations uploaded, but even stranger animators uploading them. And throughout the years, there have been several GoAnimators exposed for all sorts of things. But there is one in particular that I want to focus on today. You see, I was researching YouTubers to include it in part 4 of ani-mayhem, the series where I uncover the internet's worst animators. Usually, I stick to about 4 of them per video, but when it came to the creator that we'll be discussing today, I knew that I had to make an entire video dedicated just to them. Every time I thought that this story couldn't get any worse, it did. And then it did again. His downward spiral might have begun with just lies, but eventually it evolved into harassment and eventually crimes. And the creator responsible was known as Science World. And so today, we're going to go down the seemingly never-ending rabbit hole of Science World. But before we get into that, very quickly, I'd just like to say that if at any point you find yourself enjoying this video, then please don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I don't want to stop this story halfway through to plug myself. It's such a great narrative that I think it deserves to be told the entire way through, no pauses, no gaps. If by the end of this you feel as though I've proven myself to you, I appreciate any morsel of support. Likes, subscriptions, shares, just activity down in the comment section. Anything is greatly appreciated. So with that said and out of the way now, let's get into it. Now, in case you don't know Science World, he was an Indonesian content creator that went by many an alias, including WarioWareYTP, Fendi the Fanboy, Diamond Counter, and Cyan Animates. Real name Modine Seksohal Effendi Abdullah. Throughout the years, he uploaded hundreds of GoAnimate videos, gaining himself quite a loyal audience, which is 70,000 strong today. His most popular videos have view counts in the millions, and contain famous kid shows characters such as Caillou and Little Bill. Fun fact, by the way, Little Bill is the 5-year-old version of Bill Cosby. But anyways, Science World was so popular that he even had a Wikitubia page. Though there is a caveat to this. Here's the thing. It's never good if you have a controversy serious enough to be on your Wikitubia page. It's even worse when your Wikitubia page is essentially a shrine to all the messed up shit that you've done. But in the case of Science World, that's exactly what it is. So let's go through the crimes of Science World to discover why people think he's controversial. It all started in 2020, when according to Wikitubia, so please do take this with a grain of salt, it says that he posted a video saying that he was going to quit YouTube, and he was criticized by people for being greedy, lying to his fans about quitting, faking suicide 3 times, and treating his fans like slaves. He also apparently made inappropriate videos of other GoAnimators, according to a GoAnimator known as RackAnimate, who posted a truth video about him. After this, Cyan apparently put his channel on lockdown until the drama cooled off, and on the 5th of May 2020, he returned to GoAnimate. This alleged video where he said that he was quitting YouTube, I couldn't find. The post says that it was uploaded on the 25th of March 2020, and after going through his channel, there is no such video uploaded on that date, so if it ever did exist, he's since taken it down. However, I was able to find RackAnimate's The Truth video about Science World, so I'll play a short clip from it now so you can get a flavour of what he had to say.
Obviously this is not an easy video to try to put out because Cyan's got a pretty repetitive and destructive fan base. Cyan has been stealing content, he is greedy, he has been extremely toxic, he uses his fan base to attack people, and he's just an overall huge hypocrite.
Hey everyone, MarsXO here. To add to what Rack said in the intro, Cyan Animate uploaded a video to his channel the other day discussing how he was planning on quitting YouTube altogether. At the very end of the video, he hangs himself from a noose. I find this both incredibly disturbing and a desperate grab for attention. Once the video was uploaded, his fans reacted how you would expect them to, with great concern. They were saddened by the news of Cyan quitting and were very concerned for his safety. I, however, saw right through this and knew that not only was Cyan begging for attention, but also he would come back to his channel within a week and upload another video. My hypothesis proved correct, and he uploaded a video the next day and disowned his previous video. This makes Cyan a very scummy person, in my opinion, and it shows that he will do anything for attention and for views. I used to be a subscriber of Cyan's, and I didn't see anything wrong with his videos, but then I realized there was something wrong. I was told by people on Discord that Cyan had uploaded a video in the past sexualizing Cherry Blossom. This made her very uncomfortable and caused her to dislike Cyan. Recently, Cyan created a community post on YouTube calling someone out for sexually harassing a girl on Discord. Cyan is a massive hypocrite in this realm because he too is guilty of sexually harassing girls and making very inappropriate videos. These are just a few of the reasons why Cyan is a massive hypocrite, a very scummy person, and someone who you should not subscribe to or support in any way.
MarsXO beat me to it, so I guess it's time that we discuss this sexual harassment. He would make a video titled, "Classic Caillou sexually harasses Cherry Blossom 490 and gets grounded," which was later, curiously, deleted. And I guess I need to explain a few things here, because otherwise things might get a little bit complicated and confusing. So Classic Caillou is, I guess, a common stock character on GoAnimate. He's based on everyone's least favorite 5-year-old skinhead Caillou, but the difference is that Classic Caillou is apparently 35 years old according to the GoAnimate wiki, and in Classic Caillou videos, he's portrayed as a troublemaker and rapscallion, always looking to spread misery and chaos. So, just like 5-year-old Caillou. So Cyan's World, for some reason, decides to make a video where Classic Caillou sexually harasses another GoAnimator called Cherry Blossom 490. And for perhaps obvious reasons, this video is later deleted. I have to imagine it's because people saw it and were like, what the hell is this? Is like virtual sexual harassment. What is even going on here? However, the internet never forgets, and so I was able to find a re-upload of this video, which of course, I'll share with you now.
Man, this school looks so boring. I have no idea what should I do this time. Maybe I should think about it so I could. Huh? Whose is that? Wow. She looks so pretty and hot. Even thought I don't like her, but no, I thought she doesn't have big boobies. Wow. That was so sexy. I think I'm falling in love. Maybe I'm going to sexually harassing her, because she's so hot. Hey, Cherry?
Oh, hi Classic Caillou, how are you doing? And why's your eyes so shy?
Oh, nothing reasons, Cherry. So, wanna have some fun?
Sure I guess. So, what now?
I'm going to touch your breasts because you are so hot.
What?
Now let's touching your breasts together.
Hey, what are you doing?
I think I'm
Don't
better get
touch
out
me.
of here because
Just
I'm
get
going to
away
throw
from
up.
me, Classic Caillou.
Now why don't you to my lovely kiss?
Oh my god. Classic Caillou. How dare you sexually harassing me? And look at you, you too young. And how dare you touch my breasts? You know that's disgusting. Now get to the principal's office, now.
Given the information that I now know, Cyan's World being sexually inappropriate with another GoAnimator is not exactly a surprise, even if this is brain-dead drama considering that he is sexually harassing her GoAnimate avatar. And if you're curious about why I'm not surprised, we'll be getting to that in just a moment. Flash forward to June 2021, Cyan would come out with a response video to address all of his past demons. But because he wanted us all to suffer, he decided to do it on GoAnimate, leading to this gem of a video. So let's look through it and see what he had to say for himself.
Well, hello. If you guys don't know me, yes, I'm Cyan. If you guys don't know why I changed my voice to Paul, well, it is because I did use my Joey voice because my work keeps glitching. And my new work are lost because of this. So today I'm going to admit my wrongdoings for what I did in the past in 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020.
You know what, scrap that, this is going to be hell if I carry on, so just to quickly run through it, he admitted to plagiarism, making fun of Indians and autistic people even though he's autistic himself, and perhaps worst of all, faking suicide. Not once, not twice, but thrice. And the reason he did it is because apparently he wanted attention.
In March 2020, I used to quitting YouTube and faking my suicide for the attention. I used to faking suicide 3 times, but I officially regret it.
But even after all of that, I still think that Cyan's World could have survived the hate. I mean, even though he did receive dislikes, he carried on uploading. But unfortunately, his behavior got even worse. Within roughly half a year of making this video admitting to his wrongdoings, Cyan would quit YouTube forever. And now he's potentially facing legal trouble. So let's find out why. Let me start this segment off by clarifying that what we're about to discuss are allegations and nothing more. You at home will have to make up your own minds about whether you believe this. That said, on the 29th of January 2022, Cyan would upload a video revealing that he would be leaving YouTube forever. He claimed that the reason he was leaving was that his channel had been demonetized, so he could no longer make money on YouTube. He thanked everyone for their support. However, if you take a close look at this video, then you'll notice that there's something off about it. This video had both its likes and comments removed by Cyan, which begs the question, why? Usually, a creator's final video acts as a shrine for people to leave messages of love and support, and being demonetized still allows people to comment on your videos. So this didn't make much sense. But as it turns out, there was a reason for this. Around the time that this video went up, it was revealed that Cyan had been accused of grooming 2 members of the Vyond community, known as Dark Rapper Studios and Blue Diamond Boy 2006. And I found one source claiming that Dark Rapper Studios was turning 17 in July of that year, meaning that he would have been 16 in January. And that's also assuming that this behavior had only started recently and hadn't been going on for at least 5 months, because prior to July 2021, he would have been 15. As for Blue Diamond Boy, I mean, one could assume that he was born in 2006. According to one source I found, it claimed that his birthday was in April and he turned 17 in April 2023, meaning that he turned 16 in April 2022, meaning that in January 2022, he was 15. Again, this is also assuming that the calls hadn't been going on for more than a few months. If they'd been going on for, say, a year or so, then he would have been 14 when they started. Now, if this actually happened, there should be no question on whether he thought that these kids were legal. One of their names is Blue Diamond Boy 2006. Unless he thought this kid was born on the 20th of June, he had to have known he was born in 2006. Now, several YouTubers such as Racy Neek would make videos discussing the recent revelation of Cyan's grooming. And when I went to follow up on my research using Racy Neek's video, this story went off the rails even more than I had initially anticipated. This is a man who has apparently faked his own seppuku no less than 3 times. This is a man who has sexually harassed someone on Go Animate using Caillou, and has allegedly groomed at least 2 minors. I thought that nothing you could say about him could possibly surprise me. Of course, when you don't think you can be surprised, that's when a surprise is most likely to happen. And in the case of Cyan's World, he pulled something insane out of the bag. Racy Neek was able to get in contact with an alleged victim of Cyan who made some very disturbing claims about him. This alleged victim, who is unnamed, made accusations that Cyan's World would often hop on Discord calls with them and others, and on those calls, he'd start acting very sexual, discussing sex and tickling. From there, he'd apparently turn on his camera, and he was apparently shirtless a lot of the time. But things would only further escalate, as apparently sometimes he got out toys. And we're not just talking Buzz Lightyear action figures. Well, there might have been a Buzz, but I haven't seen the make or model. One of these toys was, well, it's something that I can't say on YouTube, so let's just call it a Bilbo. And unfortunately, to my dismay, there is apparently photographic evidence of this bilbo being used.
Yes, this is shot at a 5.6 aperture using a low light filter. You can see the grain from the high-speed film.
There's kind of a bilbo up his ass right there.
And the low depth of field keeps the background soft.
Eric, what the hell is this?
So here it is. This is allegedly an image of this GoAnimate creator using his bilbo on cool. Keep in mind that the only way this screenshot was taken was because the victim that messaged Racinique was supposedly on call at the time. They've identified themselves as a victim, which means that if they're telling the truth, they are at best an unwilling participant who's of age, and at worst, potentially a minor themselves. Like, how is my job to analyze pictures of Indonesian GoAnimate content creators shoving what I have to call bilbos up their ass? Like, how do you let this get leaked, man? Okay, trying to compose myself, this unnamed user made the allegation that Cyan would go as far as pretending to go to the strip club and have a baby with Blue, who, once more, for the people in the back, was a maximum of 15 at the time. And I have to imagine that one of these Discord calls was screenshotted and then shared with the rest of the internet, which is how we have that image. If this is legitimate, however, it's really not good. This is, I have to imagine, illegal, going on a Discord call with minors, stripping naked, and using toys. I mean, I'm no legal expert, but I have to imagine that this is not allowed. However, Cyan might have been committing more crimes than first thought. You see, Cyan's world is Indonesian, and if we have any Indonesians watching this video, please correct me down in the comments if I'm incorrect. But from what I've been able to find on the internet, and from what I've found within videos discussing this incident, if he was from the provinces of Aceh or South Sumatra, being homosexual is illegal. That said, I don't specifically know where in Indonesia he lived. I've got to imagine, purely based on population, the chances are that he didn't live in either South Sumatra or Aceh, but given that he is Indonesian, it is a possibility that he lived in one of those two provinces. And during editing, I didn't archive this, and I've since lost it, so you guys are going to have to trust me. I distinctly remember watching a video where he claimed to be bisexual, and that meant that if local authorities found out what he had been doing, engaging with 15 and 16-year-old boys, he might have gotten into a lot of trouble. And while I personally disagree with what I understand to be Indonesia's stances towards the LGBT community, that doesn't change their laws one bit. So I guess the question is now, what happened to him? The chances are that if he was going to be punished for this, it would have already happened. As I said, this all went down in early 2022. Which is kind of crazy to say that early 2022 was almost 4 years ago now, but I digress. Bottom line, because it's been 4 years now, I feel as though if anything was going to happen to him, it already would have. Then again, if anything has happened, we don't know for certain, because of what happened next. As I've already mentioned, on the 29th of January 2022, Cyan's World would make one final video, aptly named My Last Video, and he alerted subscribers of his second channel that it was permanent. And Cyan's World would stick to his word too, because as of October 2025, he's been completely inactive ever since. He wouldn't take accountability, he wouldn't mention the grooming, and he would change his channel's icon to a skull, quite clearly insinuating that the channel was now dead. If he ever wanted to come back, given his reputation as a liar, a perv, and a groomer, it's safe to say that he would never be accepted by his audience. And even then, if he lived in one of the parts of Indonesia where homosexuality is illegal, the chance that he would be prosecuted would likely be higher than if he just quit the internet and laid low. So that leads us to today. Over the past 4 years, Cyan's World hasn't made a sound. No activity has come from his YouTube channel. His Twitter account, What Up Cyan, has also been deactivated. His second channel seems entirely scrubbed outside of a community post saying that he's going to be gone forever, and links to his Discord and SoundCloud are also now invalid. And so he's definitely spent some time going through his online footprint, making sure to cut ties with it altogether. But before you cut ties with this video, I'd quickly like to remind you that if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you want to see more. And if you happen to be looking for more weird internet sex stories, 1000% check out my video on the internet's worst creator fanfictions. That video discusses fanfictions made on the most crazy taboo subjects involving YouTubers. I promise that if you like this, you won't be disappointed. Click on the screen right now to check it out. Aside from that, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.